Why am I struggling to get this out? Sorry. 1 second. Okay. I can't even reach over to get that. Give people time to join, child. But I'm tired. I'm just tired. Hello. How's everybody doing today? I know I've been gone. I'm exhausted. I'm still exhausted, but I'm gonna get you your videos as promised. Just know that you might not get a notification for The Handmaid's Tale episode 2, but it is coming. But they only send you 3 notifications a day. So I just don't understand. Like, I don't even know where to start with the Woman King discourse. But one of the things that I really, really don't understand why we keep doing this is I just don't understand the need to, when a Black film comes out, that we have to quickly compare this Black film to a white film. Like, I really don't understand that. And I really feel like we need to discuss this, that we need to talk about it, because I've seen so many people in reaction tweets and reviews talk about it's the whole thing about comparing this to Gladiator. How does this compare to Gladiator? And this is someone asking that. Gladiator is one of my favorite films ever. So how does this compare to Gladiator? How? Then I saw people mention what else did people say? Braveheart, League of Their Own, The Lion King. And I just said, how? Where are y'all getting this from? Why can't y'all just review the movie? Why do we always gotta compare it to something else? And we do this comparison thing a lot. Like, oh, do you like this more than Black Panther? Or do you like Nicki Minaj more than Cardi B? Like, why do we always have to compare people? Like, why can't we just focus on the thing at hand and just review the movie? Like, I didn't ask anybody if they felt like this was Braveheart or Gladiator, movies that I don't even understand how you're making the correlation between the two. So I don't get that, but it's getting ridiculous. So I want to say something else, but I'm really trying to be cute. I'm trying to keep it cute. But I think also too, to my white critics, I don't need you to lecture me on slavery. I don't need you to give me history on slavery. I don't need you to teach me about African culture. I don't need you to teach me about the transatlantic slave trade. I don't need you to give me a history lesson on my history. And I just want y'all, when y'all have movies like this, because I do understand that white critics get very tense and scared when they have to talk about movies that talk about slavery, or movies that have a predominantly black cast. I know that that's hard for you, but I don't need you to educate me. I just need you to do the review. I don't need you to do nothing else. I don't need you to tell me that it was terrible, the things that happened during the slave trade, or that slavery is terrible. I know it was terrible. Okay, we're still dealing from the effects of slavery to this day. I don't need you to educate that. I don't need you to educate me on that. And I just find it really funny that everybody in the reviews that I watch, where people have just felt the need to make these statements, and then when they say, oh, this is based on this is actually real and this happened. I'm like, but if you also know the history of the Dahomey tribe, and you know that that wasn't their choice to end slavery. It wasn't no kumbaya type of stuff. So it's just like, I just want you to watch this, and I want you to just go educate yourselves, and just do it for yourself. Let other people go educate themselves. But I don't need nobody to be no school teacher. I just need people to review the film at hand, okay? Because I don't go and try to teach y'all about white history. So I just, and this is just in general. This is for written reviews that I've read. This is for reaction tweets that I've seen. I don't want y'all going trying to find one video and single it out, because I'm never here for the mess and I'm not here for the drama. But I just like, first of all, this movie, I like The Woman King, and my review is coming out. So it's coming out. I like the movie. But I did have some issues. If you're going to, even though this is loosely based on the Dahomey Kingdom, I don't know. I feel so conflicted about this movie, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I didn't even go that in depth on my review, but the movie isn't written by Black women. It's not written by anyone Black. It's written by 2 white women. And I don't know. It's a catch-22. To be honest, you can't get no movie made in Hollywood with all Black women if no white people are involved. So like, I understand, I get it, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know. I really did enjoy the movie, but I also do feel very conflicted about the movie. Like, if you do more research and you look into the Dahomey Kingdom and how they literally had to be forced to stop trading slaves. So yeah, I don't know, but it's just, I think people should still go see it. Because I do think that the film is important. I just feel conflicted at the same time. But as a movie, it's a good movie. As a movie, it's a good movie. So yeah. But I still think people should go see it. I still said it's a pay. But this is just me giving my personal thoughts, because I do truly believe that I like to keep my personal feelings and me critiquing movies separate. So like, in my review, I judged it as a movie and not based on the other things that kind of give me pause or anything like that. If that makes any sense. But I just feel conflicted. But I do think that we need to support films, because I complain every day about how there isn't any representation of Black women, especially dark-skinned Black women, that are seen as desirable, that are seen as powerful, that are seen as bold and fierce and passionate. We don't get to see that. So yeah. The white guy, to be honest, is barely white people in this movie. Like, they're in a movie, they barely speak. Like, barely speak. This is a movie that focuses on Black people, African people. So yeah, I know, and I get, but I'm just like, but here's my thing. When white films come out, we don't compare it to Black movies. So why do we always feel this instant need to compare a Black film? Like, they just did that with Tyler Perry's A Jasmine's Blues, where they were like, this is the Black Notebook. And I was like, honestly, it really isn't, because like, Black people don't get fairy tale endings, especially during that time. So I really want us to stop doing that. Like, and just to give y'all a backstory, I've been in at a film festival, so I've been watching a lot of films, and I watched a lot of films with Black people in it, and some films about Black historical figures. And one of the things that I was upset about is that for most of these films, like, I don't know why, in order for us to tell our stories, that we feel that white people need to be included in our stories in order for these movies to do good, or for these movies to sell, that they feel like it has to have a huge presence of white people in order to tell this Black story. And it's something that really bothered me, and is a very consistent theme that I saw in the movies at this festival. And I think that's why maybe I'm a little bit more agitated than normal about this. But I do appreciate that about this film. But that it wasn't like we're not finna have this redeemable white person who doesn't want to be in the slave trade anymore. Like they didn't do that in this film. So I'm just trying to give y'all context because I know I kind of came out like, who made Sharonda mad today? But it's just something I've just been seeing in Hollywood for so long, and I get so upset. And I hate that we have to rely on other people to get our stories told. It's a very frustrating thing. And I hate that when we do have movies like this that have a predominantly Black cast, that there's always some type of controversy that gets started in order to deter us from actually going to see these films. And I think that we go see a lot of problematic white films. So I don't think people should necessarily be boycotting or like starting hashtags and trends. I feel like it's a bit much, y'all. Like you have your right to pass on it, and I think that that's totally fine. But I see people support a lot of problematic white stuff, and we don't be doing all of this. So why do we do it? Why do we do it to ourselves? So yeah, I mean, no, AJ, I know you in the middle, but I don't know why I don't know, it just really troubles me that we have a whole hashtag like boycott the woman king. That really like gives me pause for some reason. I know I get the criticisms, but I feel like a lot of people didn't go see it. And this is also, I got dragged for Harriet, and a lot of people dragged me and came in my comment section. But a lot of the things that people were saying was not actually true, and it was things that actually didn't happen in the film. So that's my problem, is because we're in a society where we don't do our research, or we don't go watch something to form our own opinion about it. And that bothers me too, because a lot of the stuff people were saying, I was just like, that never happened. And I actually watched the movie. It's kind of like what they did to that movie. What's that movie? Come Back Home. What's that movie? Purple Hearts. When people said that the movie was racist, and I was just like, did y'all watch the movie? Like, did we do that? I just want us to stop doing that. Okay. But yeah, I'm conflicted. Yes. Do I think people should boycott it? No, I think you should watch it and make your own opinion about it and do your own research too. So I don't know. Yeah, like for the people who were annoyed about Harriet for the comments that were made, totally get that. Like that totally makes sense to me. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So I'm doing good in you, homie. I just hate that we're so quick to boycott our own stuff. I don't know. That kind of doesn't make me feel good. I think you should watch Purple Hearts. Like, I don't know where people got that the film was racist. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know where people got that. But yeah. But if y'all aren't going to the movies this weekend, I did watch Do Revenge this morning, and I really liked that movie. I was really shocked at how much I enjoyed that movie. Well, unfortunately, I mean, in Hollywood, you gotta have somebody white attached to it to get a Black movie made. It's unless it's a Black Panther, you got Disney, they can do what they want to do. But that's just the unfortunate truth of the reality of where we are in Hollywood. But yeah, do Revenge. That was good. I am back home. Do Revenge was good. For real, for real. Do Revenge was really good. So did I enjoy Jasmine Blues? It was cool. It was different. I think people will like seeing a more serious film, and the production design is really great. And the costumes, the dance, like is really, it looks really well made. Hey, cool, Jen. The review, it'll be out. It's downloading. It's downloading. So it'll be out soon. Excuse my messy home because I have not unpacked and I'm still living out of the suitcase. My cheetah outfit. What else have y'all been watching? What have I missed? What have I missed so far? I feel like I've been gone for a while. If you don't mind, I'm gonna make some lunch because I haven't eaten. If that's okay with you. Is that okay? If I make me some lunch. How do I feel about the Little Mermaid? Child. That stuff be so crazy to me. And I really think we just have to stop giving people, like, they're just trying to cause a stir. If y'all think a effing mermaid is white, if you think that elves are all white, hobbits, and that's the, you know what? It's the Tolkien one that took me out. Because if you've read any of the Tolkien lore, that the first hobbits were dark skinned. So what the hell did you think Tolkien meant? So I'm just really confused about that. Like, am I missing that? Am I missing that? Like, if people really like read the books, like, you would know that the first hobbits were dark in complexion. So I don't understand. Or did I miss something? It's just racist people. Like, who cares? Like, who cares? That's like all the times we had to watch a white Jesus. But you telling me this man grew up in the Middle East and he's white. Did we lead a whole campaign? We didn't. We just watched White Jesus and we said to ourselves, now you know Jesus ain't white. That's it. That's it. Did we ever do that? Did we ever do that? We didn't. So why are y'all so mad? I'd rather someone be like, I'm mad that the Little Mermaid is being played by a human when she's supposed to be a fish. I'd rather appreciate controversy like that, okay? Thank you, Lamar. So I'm just like, with the whole Fidel Castro, like, I don't agree with that. And that's just Hollywood being Hollywood. And I don't even know why they would choose somebody who is so problematic right now in the first place. Like, I don't even know. So y'all gonna die on two heels of hiring somebody problematic and somebody who isn't Latino. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. 15 million white Cleopatras, because I don't know if y'all thought Cleopatra was light skinned, getting all the men to be trying to get with her. You telling me this white Egyptian woman doing all of this? But did we say anything? We didn't. We just sat up there and we watched 15 million Cleopatra movies and we just whispered to our person next door, our neighbor, and said, now you know Cleopatra was not white. And we went on about our day. Did we start a campaign? We did not. Did we like post racist memes? We did not. We didn't do that. We didn't do it. We didn't do it. So why are we doing all of that? So I don't understand. I don't understand. I just don't get it. So I just want people not to have so much hate in their heart. Like, who cares? Who cares? There have been characters played by white people all the time who are supposed to be ethnic characters, but you don't hear us complaining. You don't hear us complaining. I mean, we might complain, but we don't be launching whole hashtags and freaking memes and stuff. Like, it's annoying, man. It's so annoying. Like, I just get tired. Ooh, y'all hear that sizzle? Yes, honey. Sizzle. No, I'm not watching no deep fake trailer. Not even gonna get them views. I'm heating up a turkey leg. No, a turkey wing. I lied. Um. So yeah, I've been watching Industry. No, I'm gonna try to get into it. I'm gonna watch some new TV shows. I'm tired of reviewing the same stuff everybody review. Like, I really want it to be different. I have been watching Rings of Power. I've been watching it. But what you cooking? I have seen Devotion. I did see Devotion. I haven't caught up on Married to Medicine. I've been out of it, y'all. Um, so I don't know. I just think we can't even don't even give them people the time of day. Let them be mad. They still gonna take their damn kids to go see Little Mermaid anyway. That's probably what they really mad about. Because they show finna sit through this movie regardless. So go ahead and spend your coins so you can hate. Fine. Thank you for the money. Thank you. So that's how I just be like, what do it be for? Like, why do all of this? Okay, so I watched the trailer for the Whitney Houston movie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it wasn't giving me. It wasn't giving me anything. Am I not posting? Yeah, I'm posting. Yeah, I posted my reaction. I like the movie, but I can like something and still be critical of a movie. No, what's Beyond Miles about? I just like, even from Sissy, who they had playing Sissy, I was just like, no. And I love Naomi, but I'm gonna still go see it, and I'm gonna keep, what do you call that? An open mind. But I don't know. It wasn't giving me. Okay, net setter. So y'all started watching Tell Me Lies because I actually interviewed the cast. Because I was like, hold on, I hate all these people. Like, why is everything so toxic? Like, why is it so toxic? If y'all haven't watched Tell Me Lies, y'all should watch Tell Me Lies. It's the most toxic thing that I've watched in quite some time. But then I had an epiphany that it was supposed to be toxic, but I didn't know that at first. I said, honey, don't none of y'all need to be in these relationships, okay? I'm ready to call the feds on all of y'all. We talked about the Woman King discourse already. I tried to get interviews. I couldn't get interviews with them for the Dahmer thing. It broke my heart. I started watching The Bear. What if I see any of content creating? I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing every time y'all ask me about it. Be yourself. Do something different. Don't do what everybody else is doing, and just keep working at it. Oh, Caesar, baby, let me tell y'all something. I was so tired and drunk for 8 days straight. I was like, I realized after the first night of being drunk, I was like, damn, I'm supposed to be vlogging this whole time, and I done ended up drunk, and I ain't vlogged not one thing. I think the only thing that I vlogged was when I was landing in Toronto, and that was it. It's some shots, okay? I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I was drunk every night, okay? Like, I really don't even want to lie to y'all like that. So I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. Abish was drunk. I was drunk. That's where y'all vlog went, okay? So if y'all want the vlog, all y'all gonna see is a picture of some food and some shots and me dying at the end of each night. And then when I wake up in the morning. Yes, I did interview Tyler Perry. I did go to parties. I did have a good time. And you know what I realized? The reason why vlogs never work for me is because I just like to be in the moment. Y'all don't want to just live in the moment. And I feel like I can't live in a moment if I'm trying to I can't be in the moment if I'm trying to record everything. Baby, when I tell you I don't even know what it felt like to sleep in that bed, because the way that alcohol had me drained every night, had your girl drained, okay? Sucked the life right out of me. Isn't that an interracial love story? She's see it, don't spray it, girl. She's passing. She's black. It's not interracial. Ooh, y'all see this? Ooh. Y'all not ready? I haven't posted a Tyler Perry interview yet. I like The Woman King. I like Glass Onion. I like The Whale, even though I have issues with The Whale. Yeah, AJ, she passed me because at first I was like, I know you effing lying. We are not going to do this. But then I watched the movie, and yeah. Savannah, baby. The way my stomach's set up right now. The way my stomach's set up, honey. I don't even think y'all ready for this, honey. I did see the menu. That was good. I ain't trying to tease y'all, I promise. I'm just hungry. I'm just hungry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She's a good Naomi Aki. She was in Master of None. I think Moments of Love. She was in Star Wars. Let me go sit down with this, honey. I got it. This has to be savored, okay? Okay. I did enjoy the festival. Okay. 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 Much better. My hotel room, it was definitely not fancy. I definitely had to go off on them a couple of times. I was just standing at a Hyatt. I've interviewed Brendan Fraser before, yeah. But not for a while. Not that I know him, but I'm not paying attention for no dude. Don't Worry, Darling is not as terrible as people say it is, but it's still bad. It was still bad. What am I eating? I'm eating a turkey wing with some mac and cheese and some cabbage. I was watching Love is Blind. Did y'all watch Love is Blind after the ulcer? AJ, I saw Bros. I got some thoughts on that too. See, it doesn't matter if y'all not ready for that. I'm gonna let y'all stay sleep on that. I think you should go see Woman King. I'm watching the Silent Twins tomorrow. Y'all ranked it low on y'all list, so I was like, okay. So I'm gonna watch Silent Twins in the morning before the film expires. But it's just like I just don't understand. Like, even if you're white and queer, like you still just don't want to have diversity, and I don't get it. So, you know, it is what it is. Kind of like the whole conversation we were having before. It's kind of like Bros. It was funny, but it was funny. I still liked it for what it was, but there's no diversity. I feel like Nick was more diverse. How do I feel? I'm okay with the Black Mermaid. I don't have issues with fictional sea creatures. Is there a sassy black friend? No, but I mean, there's no character development for any of the queer characters of color. So, yeah. After the altar, okay. I just felt like Natalie, girl, if you done with Shane Raggedy behind, then be done. Why do you care? Like, we could have told you that Shane and Shayna smash. I don't care how many times they try to deny it. You can't tell me they didn't smash, okay? You can't tell me that they haven't smashed. But if you're done with him, then why do you care? Yeah, they're in Bros. They don't have nothing to do in Bros, but they're in it. I mean, I think I saw a clip of the skit. I couldn't get through it because I was just like, who even thinks that something like this is funny? They definitely filmed it before the breakups. Because I was really shocked about Nick and Danielle. Because actually, when I watched it after the altar, I was like, oh, they actually gonna make it. But I guess not, honey. But the way that Sal exposed Mallory, this is why I kept saying, low key, they need new hosts to do the after shows. That was my issue with the after show. I could tell that like Sal was trying to protect her, and I was just like, why are y'all withholding the truth? I haven't seen Pearl or X yet. I don't have Discovery Plus. I can't watch The House of Hammer, but I wanted to watch it. Oh, no, I'm sorry for scraping the plate. Yeah, I started watching the new Love Is Blind, but that after the altar, the only good thing going was Kyle and Deepti finally blowing each other backs out. They do have one token character, but it's like a background character in the beginning that I didn't care for. But they're not token characters. They're just like they really like background characters. Um, I don't know why, but I still don't fully believe in the whole Lauren and Cameron thing. That's my own little conspiracy theory. I'm still rooting for them though, but some don't feel right with that. Hey, Talia. Oh, you talking Pretty Kitty? Hey, Pretty Kitty. How do I feel about the Queen passing? I mean, the Queen lived a long life. I hope her family's okay. I didn't watch it in a row yet. Why did Sal want to expose? Wait, I think that he was really trying to protect her, but I could tell. I could tell on a reunion that he was like hiding something. So I was happy he just told the truth because it did make sense. You was all about her, but the Academy Award goes to Mallory, who was trying to act like she was still scared to see Sal. Girl, you never liked him, so I don't know what the issue was. What's the issue? You didn't even like him when y'all were together. So why now, a year later, you care? And you trying to act like you care. Wait, I gotta explain what your woman explain? What did y'all want me to explain? End of the road wasn't good, or was it good? Like you nocturnal. Oh, I don't necessarily think Lauren and Cameron are fake, but I do feel like Cameron likes Lauren more than Lauren likes Cameron. Did y'all watch their after the altar? Like when he was like saying that speech to her and getting emotional, she just looked like she really didn't care. Like I don't know, she like it just came off like I think she likes him, but like I don't think they expected the fame that they would get. But it just if y'all go back and look at the whole speech part with if you go look at when he was giving Lauren the speech and he was getting emotional and crying, like she just seemed unfazed, like, oh baby stop, like almost like she was embarrassed. And I'm just like, I don't know. I think that I think that I don't know, some just don't feel right. What purge laws? I like Emily the criminal. I don't know, but I mean, Lovecraft was only supposed to be just based on one book. Yeah, it was just something in that moment that just made me feel like she don't like him like that. Steve McQueen did a whole bunch of documentaries, but I don't think anybody watched them. Yeah, I just don't feel like. I feel like she likes Cal, but sometimes I question like if she like in love with Cal. But I don't. I think if they wouldn't have become as famous as they did, I don't know if they would still be together. I'm glad that I wasn't alone in this thinking, because my friends were looking at me like, what? And I was just like, just a feeling I have. I hope it isn't true, but if it ever happened, the Sheba charade thing is just ridiculous, because it's like, just you've been working on this for this long, and that's what you came out with. Was the TIFF audience diverse? I mean, kind of. Oh, honey, I ordered this. I didn't make cook this. I can't ever. I wanted to actually cook some turkey wings. I can't ever find nobody that a butcher shop that has them. Like you can't just like readily go get like a whole. Can I cook? Yeah, I can cook. Y'all ain't never seen my Thanksgiving cooking stories. Yeah, I can cook. I ain't got no groceries to cook right now. Oh, it's people in here from back in the day that can vouch for me that I can cook. I actually used to always be cooking on stories and stuff, but because I was attempting to be on a diet, which Toronto kind of ruined. Um, Baby, I didn't even watch the Emmys. I was at a film festival. Um, I don't really cook like that no more because eating healthy is not fun. You just put stuff in a air fryer, it's like some fish and some vegetables. Um, but yes, I cook. My specialty is collard greens. Oh, you talking about for Woman King? Oh, can I also say something else? I really want black films to start including more tiers of black press, because the amount of people, white people that I saw interview them, while most of my black colleagues got denied to talk to the cast, or even I saw a lot of people interview Oprah. Like, I just wish that we could talk to our own legends. I'm kind of tired of that too. I'm kind of tired of their publicists continuously. Like, I tried so hard to get interviews for the Woman King. My emails just went ignored. ignored. And that's another thing that bothered me as well. Um, so I hope the movie does good. I hope that all the white people they talk to, I hope their movie does really well. But I do want them to be better about talking to black people and making sure that you're not, because it seems like right now they only want to talk to like the legacy black publications, and it's like y'all can talk to the smaller people too. I just really get tired of that because when they're if when black movies don't do good, they'd be like, "Where were y'all?" And I was just like, "Where were y'all when we were trying to talk to you?" So, like, I don't understand. Just something to think about. Um, but I hope all those outlets of people who probably was never gonna go see this that y'all talk to, I really hope they sell your movie for you. And then also too, I'm still upset about the Handmaid's Tale. I tried to get interviews in a way that they literally shut me out of interviews this year. It was so annoying. I'm very pissed about that still actually. I'm still upset about that. So yeah. I mean, I'm not here for the whole English, like, I don't know when we got stuck on that, but I'm just like, I don't know. Yeah, they let me interview them last year, but it was a different company that was doing interviews, but they wouldn't let me do interviews this year. So that's also why I ain't been in no rush to do Handmaid's Tale, but so yeah, had to get that off my chest too. Cause that really made I was so upset. It's cold. I need to blow my nose. But it's okay. Y'all can get y'all a little raggedy handmaid's Tale episode. I'm still gonna review it. This season was good. Still gonna review it, but it doesn't mean that I can't be upset. But one day they'll realize that black people watch The Handmaid's Tale. Just like black people watch Lord of the Rings and we watch House of the Dragon. We watch it all. Sometimes I get really tired of saying this. I be tired. My bad. I'm just talking and my eyelash keep getting stuck every time I blow my nose. Oh, honey. My bad, y'all. I was talking this. See, they knew I was talking smack. Okay. Yeah, so they kind of like invite the same black outlets. Like that's kind of who they want. And so if you're not a part of like the legacy ones or like the Black Girl Nurse and stuff like that, like you're not gonna get interviews. Um, so yeah, it just be frustrating. It'd be frustrating. So I don't know. What did y'all believe? What did y'all think about? I saw the whole thing about Shirley Rapp, which I'm so happy she won. I loved her speech. But like, actually, is Mara in here? Because Mara said something and I really like agree with it when she was talking about how like why can't Black love and appreciation of our Black legends, like why isn't that necessarily enough? And I was like, you know what? I kind of feel that. But then also too, like because they don't see us as equal. So when Black people get like NAACP awards and like they to them that it means nothing. Like your check is only gonna be as big as the next white award that you win. And so it just sucks that like, you know, the appreciation of Black people lifting them up is never enough because it's a white society and we still have to until you achieve white acceptance, it's almost like you're nothing. That's how people look at it. Well, yeah, did I have some in my nose? Y'all wasn't gonna tell me? Y'all ain't this. Is this Cooper Kid Tech? Like, okay, thank you, Talia, because I don't have time. Who these little 13-year-olds? Like, they really need to go read a book. Yeah, but I just didn't understand why Jimmy thought that would be funny. Like, why did you think that was funny? And once again, even having her on the show, like, so you can apologize, is still taken away from her talking about her. You know, somebody got really mad at me, double guitars, because I called Fred Fraggy, and they got so upset. They were like, why are you always trying to be funny, or why are you making up their names? It's hard for me to keep up. I said, well, baby, I only call one person Fraggedy. Like, I don't even understand. Hey, Ayana. They were livid, honey. They were like, this is why I don't watch your Handmaid's Tales. And I'm like, but you still on here. It's a lot of other people that go watch it. I be like, go watch Steve. I like Steve's Handmaid's Tales reviews. So, like, go watch Steve. I don't even know, like, why. And it came out by mistake. You act like I purposely made the name up. It just came out by mistake. Blackmail, I can't ever win. So that's why I just be over. I'm just gonna be me. I just don't even care. Like, but I thought it was so funny that they got so upset. But I'm like, baby, like it's a free country. You can go watch something else. I don't want that for you. I said, let me block you so you don't have to be bothered no more. I just want you to have peace in your life. Yeah, like winning, yeah. It's a big deal to win an Emmy. Thank you, Ayana. Pete, I just don't be having time because I just really be like, I just want y'all to have peace in your hearts. And I also want to remind y'all that like it's a free country and you can literally watch whatever you want to on YouTube. And if I am keeping you from maintaining a level of peace in your life, I just want to set you free. I'm setting you free from the matrix of pay or wait. Okay? So like I don't be understanding. So, you know, be free. Have peace in your life. I'm gonna have to go soon so I can watch the thing. Pete Davidson what Pete Davidson movie? He got a new movie? It'd be crazy. That's why sometimes I just be trying not to read comments. But I just be like, ooh. Have I watched C? I tried to watch C a really long time ago. And I think when the person said that they were going to go pray and she started getting eaten out by somebody, and I was just like, this might be a bit too much for me. It's too much. I haven't seen Meet Cute. I haven't even heard of it. I was just really confused by that. That just really did something to me. So I was like, "Ooh, honey, I'm trying to go to heaven. I don't know if I can do this." So I love Crap Country. I'll never forget the episode that I forgot I had on green and I was recording on a green screen. That had to been. I think that comes second after, as far as like random Sharonda mishaps. I think that comes second after the No Way Home trailer was the floating head, and everyone thought I had did it on purpose, and I was like, absolutely not. I just said I wasn't finna record this mess again. So look how being lazy worked out in my favor. So yeah. Yeah, Patina's great on Raising Kanan. Is there anything else we need to talk about before I try to attempt to record Handmaid's Tale or take a nap? I appreciate it, AJ. I think the first half of Lovecraft was stronger than the second half. Do we know how Kanan's mom died? Hey, Reggie. Yes, I have the screeners for Handmaids. Oh, also too, let me tell y'all, I'm mad at y'all. So let me tell you why I'm mad at y'all, okay? If I get one more comment, like what I want people to realize is I watch screeners ahead of what y'all see, okay? And it really upsets me when people are like, that's not their name. This is what they said. You have the privilege of watching stuff with subtitles. I don't. Also, too, for House of the Dragon, I don't get the little spoiler thing. Y'all used to do this. Y'all used to do this for Euphoria too. I don't get the after the episode or the inside the episode where they basically tell you everything. Because the way that people was like, you need to really start watching the after show or the preview scenes afterwards, because I think it would really help answer a lot of your questions. And I was like, I don't have that. Okay. I don't have that. It must be nice, right? It must be nice that you can watch the behind the scenes preview where the director basically tells you everything that you were confused just like me about, okay? That might be really nice for you, but I don't get that luxury, okay? I don't get to watch it and have them spoil everything for me and answer my questions so I can sound so articulate and intelligent on my thing. Stop! Stop! Okay? Stop! That's it. Because if y'all said he couldn't get it up, they didn't have sex on it. He couldn't get it up. I understand that now. But at 3:00 in the morning, when I didn't have the behind the scenes thing, I didn't know. Just like you didn't know. But did I get on you? I didn't. So why are you judging me? Because I just didn't understand the way that y'all really tried to drag me for Phil. I just didn't. I was just like, okay, I get it. He couldn't get it up, but riddle me this: did you know that? Did you know that before or after you watch the behind the inside the episode stuff? Did you know that? Did you know that? Did you know that? That's all I want to know. Did y'all know? Did you know? Did you know before or after? Did you know before or after? I said if I get one more comment, I'm going to effing lose it. Okay? I just don't understand. I just don't understand. I just like they were really like if y'all go look at the comments now with this context, okay? You tell me how you would have felt, okay? You tell me how you would have felt. You tell me that. All right? So before y'all get y'all little keyboard fingers and typing on the next House of the Dragon, y'all did this on Euphoria too. Before you get all of that, just let me live. Let me live. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But y'all didn't know for sure. Y'all didn't know for sure. Y'all knew he couldn't get it up off jump. Actually, let's do a poll. Because I'm sick of y'all. How do I do this poll? Create poll. Did you know Damon couldn't get it up? Get it up before or after the inside inside the episode. Cause I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it. Okay. And don't not take this poll. It's 228 people up in here, and I know half of y'all didn't watch House of the Dragon. So go ahead and take the poll. Because I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I started The Bear. I haven't finished it yet. Have I seen Karate Kid? Yeah. Because the way that y'all was in, you think that House of the Dragon isn't as good as Rings of Power? Did Rings of Power get like super good the last 2 episodes or something? Sir Christian, like, I was looking at her like, you got this fine man outside your door and you finna go play with your uncle of all people? Is it easy to make a poll? Yes, easy to make a poll. Yeah, I was like, Rings of Power looks really good, but I was like, there was more happening on Hot Girl, Westeros Hot Girl Summer on this episode than what I didn't see on the Rings of Power. So I'm confused. I have seen Hot for Jesus. I'll eventually do a review. What is Rings of Power about? It's like the prequel to The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Are y'all done taking this poll? Well, they made the rings of power. The rings of power were made. Because that's the thing. It's 15 million characters in Rings of Power. I was like, Beesh, what? Y'all need to just do a season on each of the y'all need to do a season on uh the humans, a season on the hobbits. Like, y'all season on the I was like, it'd be too many people. I'm trying to figure out who is who. Will, what happened? What are you talking about? Did I miss something? What happened? Ooh. What about Grace? How does this become a Grace thing? Oh, well, Will, I know that you clearly have never been to my channel before because I don't call people out and I don't attack critics or reviewers. And if you watch any of my lives, as many times as people try to get me to talk bad about Grace, I haven't. So I don't know who told you to come over here, but I don't I don't know where that just came from, but I don't do that here. So it is what it is. But I don't go to other people's lives to bother them. So I don't understand. That just became a lot. I was just like, so anyone else who's here, and just like I said at the beginning of the video, since people have selective revisionist history, I don't call other critics out over here. I don't crap on other critics over here. I don't mention critics by name. People have tried live after live to get me to say something crazy about Grace, and I haven't. So coming over here to do all of that, that's not what we do here. So whatever you have in your mind, and if you feel that something is about Grace, then that's your opinion. So and you don't have to agree with me, and that's fine. So yeah, we don't do that here. But back to what we were talking about. Child, we don't do drama on this channel. I don't get into YouTuber beefs or anything like that. We just don't do that here. I don't understand. Um Grace is another female YouTuber that people love to hate on, and people love to try to get me to hate on Grace or say something bad about Grace, and I never do it. And it's just weird. So like I don't I just don't understand. It's okay. Like, y'all, we don't do hate over here. It's fine. So anyways, back to what we was talking about, child. So um what was we talking about? Because it totally caught me off guard. Because I was just like, child, we don't do drama. Um, I did like Barbarian. I did like Barbarian. Oh, the poll. I forgot about the poll. Okay, how to in poll. Let's see how many of y'all was telling the truth. Okay. I see y'all was gonna tell the truth today. Okay. Okay. You was underwhelmed by Barbarian? Dang. No, Will R. It wasn't you. It was another Will. It wasn't you, Will. Oh, both of y'all are like Will R. But it was the other Will. It wasn't. It was Will. Rube. Rube. Not Will R. It wasn't against you, Will. It was the other Will. Uh, was Barbarian gory? No. Was it disgusting? Yes. I can't really tell you without giving the movie away, so yeah. Will Shaw was like, "Hold on, y'all. What y'all ganging up on me for? All I was doing was asking was the poll easy to do or not." I can't. Um, Reggie, I know you not finna lie about this watch party. I had to stop getting Panera Bread drinks. They got a lot of sugar in them. Black men were upset about the title of the movie, The Woman King. Y'all don't block what Will is saying because I want to read this for my moderators. Don't pause it. Don't act okay. Will, you're very angry. But let me be clear. Since you want to bring this up, is Grace one of the people who compared the movie to Gladiator? Yes. There was also a black critic for a big well-known publication that compared this to Gladiator first and was quote tweeted in the trailer. So I know you're pushing this whole vendetta about saying something about Grace, but there is multiple people who said this, which is why I was annoyed. Okay. And the people who said Gladiator before Grace had even put a review up. So you're getting upset about this. I was trying not to put names into it because it wasn't just one person. And I really hate that you singled out Grace's name because you made it seem like it was only Grace when it wasn't. And that's what I didn't want to happen. And so you're making this what I actually didn't want it to be. So while you were defending Grace, you just made it seem like it was only her. And that was the whole purpose of me not mentioning names because she wasn't the first person to even say that. Okay. So I don't understand because you just tried to make it seem like I was only talking about her and I wasn't. And the reason I didn't want to mention her name is exactly this reason because people do that. I just, I don't like that. But she wasn't the first to even mention this to Gladiator. It was actually a black critic that did that. And that's what really annoyed me in the beginning. I repeated what points? Can you give me the points? Because I do want to like let's discuss this. But I watched several reviews of people comparing this and read several reviews from when it first premiered at TIFF to even now. And I could have said, did I mention that? I mean, if you're gonna go into it, like Grace even compared it to A League of Their Own and Lion King, if since we're gonna quote stuff. So it's not about taking over the live, but what I want people to know is when people do stuff like this, like, and it might have been trying to protect one person, that's not the only person that said it. And this is how misinformation gets started. Okay. 10, are you serious? Let me go ahead and block 10. Let me say this. Y'all be saying some really off the wall stuff. I really don't even understand it. I'm sorry, I got distracted by Tim for a moment. I had to take a second. I don't this is why I keep private chats. But anyways, but yeah. It's just coming off that way. And I don't want to misconstrue your words either, like, cause that was the whole point of me not bringing up people's names and stuff. So yeah. But I don't understand. But not 10. Like 10, are you serious though? That's what we doing? Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna repeat this. I don't want no drama. But if anyone puts stuff up on a public forum and they say things in a public forum, just like when I say stuff like this, like people have their right to comment on it. And whether people mean things maliciously or not, I can still critique that. I just prefer not to use people's names because I don't want people to then go attack that person, or I don't want people to only assume it was that one person. You know what I mean? Like that's it. So it is what it is, but I don't want no beef. So it is what it is. But yeah. But I don't, so I guess I have a question though. So what was this okay. So were you saying that are you saying your issue was with gatekeeping history? Do you mean about me saying as a black person I don't want white people necessarily like speaking history to us, or what did you mean by that? Because I do want to understand and I want to be quick to dismiss people. I agree. Hollywood, you just can't seem to escape having white presence in writing, producing, and acting. They get in their Oscar run. I would not boycott, but look forward to the performances. Hey, Brooke. Um, oh, somebody just said I need to get in the gym because I'm looking like somebody auntie, but I am somebody auntie. So I don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Um, let me see. So yeah. Yeah, but I get you, Max. But sometimes I just want people to explain it better because I think things get lost in translation of typing stuff instead of people actually being able to speak it. So sometimes you can just get to a better place, but it is what it is. But back to what we was talking about. What's the next topic, child? Because everybody out here aunties. So, like I don't even understand what that was supposed to be, but okay. I'm somebody rich auntie. Shoot. And also, too, when people make comments like this is honestly why people don't do lives, why people don't like share personal details or anything like that. So it is like it just be so crazy to me. Like I ain't even never seen people who could just type behind the keyboard and just be disrespectful. It's really crazy to people they don't know. That's the part for me. But yeah, so I don't understand. But I will say this is the one time that I tried to uh do like an open chat again. And I think after this, I think it's best we're gonna go back to private chats again because this is it's just crazy. Because we really be over here minding our business, just trying to talk about funny stuff. So I don't understand. I haven't watched Mo yet. What I think of having lives of my subs coming on. You know what? Elliot from Movie Files has been doing that, and I really like that. I think that's so cool that he started doing it. The one day I said, "Oh, let's do an open chat." No. So yeah, and I'm just gonna make this private afterwards because like I'm not gonna let people drag me into no freaking YouTube beef because that's stupid. It's really dumb. Typically, so when you do a chat, you can do for anyone, so anybody on YouTube can see your live, or you can just do it for only people who subscribe to you. But going forward, it will only be those who subscribe because this is just ridiculous. So yeah. Yeah, this has gotten out of hand, and now I see why people do that. Like, it's really crazy. But and that's the thing too, because YouTube doesn't do anything to protect people. Like, this is not even the worst we've ever seen, as y'all know who've been in the chats, but it just be a lot. You don't want them. I mean, it is what it is. Like, anyone who, I mean, if that's how they take it, that's how they take it. But I just want people to know sometimes some stuff is offensive, and I can say that it's okay. I don't take that back. I can say something's offensive. You can respect people and be critical of them. I really want people to know that because it just really feels like we are in a society now where you just have to like everything and not critique something somebody said. And I find that really crazy. Like, you can't comment, Eric. I just, I just like, and I know people don't take it that way, but I just think we got into such a negative place on social that even when you're critiquing something, people take it in a negative way. And I think sometimes there's good conversations that come out of discourse, like, out of people disagreeing. So, yeah. Patreon let go of their security team. What? Yeah, that whole thing with the stands and like that was crazy because what people don't this is why I think that I feel like if someone has a platform, you should always tell people like do not that people I do feel as though even you have to be clear to your like followers. I do not condone bullying people or violence. And so I do find it an issue that like she was silent when all of that was happening because now these people who were supporting you, some of these people they could she was pressing charges against them. So I don't know, and especially because it would be young kids doing that stuff. And then when the lady said that she was going to start prosecuting them for harassment and stuff, that then they start getting scared. And it's just like I just like who has energy to attack somebody they don't know over somebody who probably don't know you either. That's just crazy to me. I think that's fair, Will. And let me be clear: the issue that I had is for most of the people who made the comments about how the film was realistic to how Africans were a part of the transatlantic slave trade. The part that they missed in defending the historical, like the defending how people said that they're historical inaccuracies, is that they also did not research that how the reason why people do have an issue with the movie and with the portrayal of the Dahomey tribe is the fact that the Dahomey tribe did not end slavery on their own. I believe in, don't quote me on this, but I believe it was the British who actually had to interfere and make them stop selling slaves. It wasn't something that they came up with their own. It was something that they were forced to stop. And that's something that I do mention in my review, is how the movie tried to portray it as they got a clear conscience and realized that we're not supposed to do that anymore, whereas that's not what actually happened. And I think the other part of the issue with the film that I also talked about is that this film is not written by, because you're told in this it is a weird thing that is not written by Black people or African people. So I think that's the thing, is when you're trying to educate people, give them the full picture, and give them the full picture on why people of color, on why Black people or African people, why they are upset about that. And that's why sometimes I do feel like if they're going to people who are there to educate people about stuff like that, this is why this is why I feel like it has to come from either descendants of slavery or Africans themselves. Like, that's what I'm talking about. So that's what I was trying to say. But yeah, so that's why I wanted to, and just for everybody else, like, this is why sometimes I think is really, I know people be like, hey, like, somebody's going against you and you should ignore them. But I think it's always important to have conversations like this, because I think a lot of stuff gets lost in translation. And I feel like Will and I were just able to have a conversation and really get to, because I immediately took it as you were thought that I was upset for calling this, like, speaking on something that a specific YouTuber said, when you were actually upset about the latter part of it. So, like, I'm glad that we were able to come to an understanding. And this is why I believe that discourse is necessary. And I think that dissent and opinion is so necessary, because you get to have conversations like this. And this is why I hate that we're kind of getting into a society right now where everybody feels like they have to have the same opinion, or that they have to, or that they have to that everybody has to agree. Because if we wouldn't have had this discussion just now, like, we wouldn't have been able to, like, talk about that. Because, before, people just like, well, I don't like what you saying, Will, or Will like, well, I don't like what you saying, Sharana. And then we just like, well, I don't mess with you. But we didn't learn anything, we didn't get any further, nothing happened. So, like, I appreciate you, Will, and I apologize if anything came off like, trying to gang up on you or anything like that. I'm just happy that we were able to come to understanding, like, what we were saying. Like, so I'm glad that we talked that through. And I wish that more people did that. And that's why sometimes I be trying to, like, humble myself when I be in a comment section and people make crazy comments. And sometimes I do respond, because I think a lot of it be a misunderstanding. So, man, now I wish I wouldn't have had already recorded my review, because I said something like that in my review. Actually, I don't know if I didn't talk about all of that in the review, so it's fine. We just talked about it on the live. But yeah, so see, that wasn't bad, y'all. That wasn't bad. See, we didn't kumbaya and everything, okay? But yeah, so what else? What do you mean, who is R? What do you mean? And I think also too, like, I think it was also too how I'm interested to know what one tall girl means by R, because I think another interesting portion of this is I think that I think that this whole battle between Black people and African people, that's a whole nother thing that I would love to get into someday, because, like, I don't know why we're so divided on that front either. And I would love to have a conversation about that, because I don't I don't know. I hate that we're divided in I hate that we're divided on that front as well. Cause that kind of tied back to when we were talking about how People were upset about how British people take black roles and or like African people are playing historically like ADOS people. Like I don't, like I don't know, because that's a whole nother thing. But it's crazy to me. It's really crazy to me, like how we're like literally descendants from Africa and like we still hate each other. I like that's some really crazy stuff right there. Um so yeah. Yeah, that's that's really crazy. That's gonna be a whole nother live, y'all, because I'm sure we're gonna get into a whole debate over that. And so yeah, I think a lot of it is taught. And I think that it's a bigger thing on why we can't all come together to do anything. Like I could not watch horror movies at 10 because they premiere at midnight. Who's staying up till midnight? I can't. Not to watch no movie. You know how many Red Bulls I had to consume? My whole body probably messed up from drinking Red Bulls just to stay awake in movies. Is devotion more about the friendship or Jesse? The friendship. The friendship. Oh, can you send me some of the people who talk about that? Because I would like to watch the videos. We're divided because they never came for us but want to talk together, and it's like they want us to forget. I mean, but we're still just like we still come we like but we all come from the same place, so I don't understand. Hey Nina, is it Nino? Nino Domingo? How did my eyes tell you that? I'm gonna do a review on it this week. I did wish it was a little bit more about Jesse, but it's based on a book. It's about Jesse and Tom's friendship. So that's what the movie is about. Devotion is a film starring Jonathan Majors and Glenn Powell about one of the first. Actually, I'm gonna mess that up. I think it's one of the first black. I forgot. Let me not. I don't want to mess that up. We talk about a lot of stuff, Aline, because we all over the place. Um, no, I was talking about Precious. I was talking about just the beef of the multiple beefs of the whole beef of British people playing Black American roles or African people playing regular black like figures. It's a whole thing. I just don't even know how we get caught up in this. But yeah. I'm gonna do Handmaid's Tale as soon as I get off of here. I'm gonna do episode 1. I might take a nap afterwards. I might try to knock out episode 2, but then I gotta go get a massage and I gotta give my babies a bath because I haven't seen them and I didn't go to their soccer games today. So like I know I'm gonna get cursed out when I see them later. I have watched Mike, and I don't know what episode they're on. I have a lot of thoughts about the Mike series. I think that Trevante does a really great job. I think it's one of his best performances, personally, in my opinion. But I do feel like Mike, I don't necessarily like the whole Robin Givens portrayal in Mike. It felt very one sided. And that's, I didn't grow up when all of this was happening. Was I born? Or I was a baby, or I was a child. But I, we're going to have to delve into that one. Uh, so yes, I do remember the Cynthia and Revo thing, and I was very disheartened to hear those remarks. Um, which is something that I feel like in a lot of African American experiences have heard African people from Africa have this view of Black Americans or how we're lazy or we're not as smart. But yeah, This is gonna be a whole other thing, child. People keep saying a Devotion looks like a black Top Gun. How do you feel about that? So it sucks that Devotion is coming out the same year as Top Gun Maverick, which is still one of my top 10 favorite films of the year. But it's shot beautifully. Like Devotion looks beautiful. I watched it on an IMAX screen. It looks beautiful. And I hate that, people are going to compare it because they came out in the same year. But remember, Top Gun was supposed to come out. It was supposed to come out in 2020, right? It's supposed to come out way before now. So I hate that it's like that. And then you got Glenn in both movies. And they actually been trying to get this movie made for a really long time. I hate that they're going to do the comparisons. And y'all know I hate comparisons. But unfortunately, you just had two movies kind of the same come out at the same time. So it's inevitable. I'm gonna have to ask Elliot how he does the call-ins. I'm scared about that. I'd be scared. Elliot has, we rowdy over here. We rowdy. So I don't know how that would go. Elliot, they be chill, and I'd be scared how Schrader's would handle call-ins, okay? I think it's worth seeing the IMAX if you just like the plane scenes and the fighting. And also, random side note, I do feel as though the biggest issue when we talk about gatekeeping history and who gets to tell history is that people don't do their research. And to be honest, before I even went to go see The Woman King, I was trying to find more documentaries about the Dahomey tribe. Someone was actually really kind to tag me and some other Black critics in this. I think it was, what was his? I forgot his name. But they tagged us in something where they were talking about the Dahomey tribe and how like a lot of people lost their family because of the transatlantic slave trade and how they were like one of the biggest people a part of it. But yeah, like I was trying to find more stuff to watch before I actually went into this movie. But I do think that we live in a society where we just believe what we see and what we hear, and because people sound like they sound like they really knew what they were talking about, that we kind of believe stuff without actually doing our own research. And that's a whole nother part of it as well. Hey, Eli. I do like these conversations that we're having, though. Y'all know y'all would be cutting up in the call-in, so I'm just saying. You talk about the walking, Eli? I think that's another thing too. Like, let me mention this. Like, it was interesting. I having a conversation with somebody, and I kind of had. It's funny because all of a sudden, I've gotten this rep that I hate everything. And they be like, Shirley, you've been so critical about movies, and it just feels like you never like anything. And I remember when I came out of Barbarian that I was like, they was like, did you like it? And I was like, oh my goodness, I loved it. And they were like, finally. And I was like, what? And they were like, you've literally hated everything that you've seen. I was like, did I hate it, or was I just being critical about it? Because I also feel as though people like right now, I feel like we're in a time when we were so deprived of movies during the first part of the pandemic. I mean, are we still in the pandemic? Because I feel like we just acted like it never happened. But I feel like because we didn't have any movies, that now that we have this influx of films, and a lot of this is like mediocre, that if you critique something, oh, you hated it. And I'm like, no, but it's issue, like, you have to admit there's issues with this. Like, I don't understand. Isn't it our job? Isn't it called film criticism? I can't critique something. Like, so y'all saying I've been harsh on movies because I'm actually critiquing it, and it's literally the stuff that I'm saying is like 3-6 months down the line when it comes out on streaming or whatever, and then people like, oh yeah, that really wasn't that good. Oh my goodness. Like, now that I'm watching it, you always see this tweet, watching this the second time around, this really wasn't good. And I'm like, but I was saying this 6 months ago and I was the problem. I just feel like we can't get better. Y'all critique me all the time. Y'all critique me. Someone gave me very good critique. Like, somebody was like, hey, Sharon, I love your interviews, but I never feel like I learn anything about the movie. So I try to ask more, I be so caught up on not spoiling the movie. And tried to change how I do interviews. Like, criticism is good, y'all. It makes you better. Like, AJ, tell them how I be nice. I be nice about these movies, okay? I be nice. I be nice. And people make it seem like I just really be going in. Have y'all not seen some of my earlier stuff on how I used to really go in on movies? Did y'all not see that? Did y'all not see that? So just like the Note review. And then what happened? What are people saying about Note now? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I do feel as though we're going to keep getting the same types of movies until we actually start speaking up on the things that we don't like about these movies. And I do feel as though people do try to be mean in their criticism. You can be respectful. You don't have to like come down hard on somebody to get your point across. But I do feel like we need to do a lot more of telling the truth. And I also need people to remove masterpiece from their vocabulary. There is not a masterpiece. They're not like, all these films are just not just 10 out of 10 amazing, okay, except for Top Gun Maverick. But for all these other films, all these films are not the masterpieces that everybody be making it out to be, okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's it. I just had to get that off my chest. Side note, what's my favorite song from Renaissance? I don't know, because I can tell you my favorite songs. I like you want me to have 3 different channels, CGB? Okay. This is the order that I listen to. I start with Cuff It, Energy. Break My Soul only gets played because of the transition from Energy to Break My Soul. I'm not even gonna say Break My Soul is like my favorite song on the album, but just off the strength of the transition from Energy to Break My Soul, I listen to Break My Soul. I like Church Girl. I don't listen to it as much as I used to. I used to love Plastic Off the Sofa. That was like my first favorite song from Beyonce's album, but I don't listen to it as much as I used to. I've actually traded Plastic Off the Sofa for Virgo's Groove, but only for the last minute 30 of Virgo's Groove. That's all I really care about on that song. And then I go to Pure Honey and then Summer Renaissance, and then I might come back to Thick, but only for when the beat drops. And then I might let it go into Heated. I hope that made sense. I know that was a lot to take in. I don't love Alien Superstar as much as everybody else does, so I don't listen to it. But it starts with Cuff It. It depends on what mood. I might start with Pure Honey into Summer Renaissance, or I'll start with Cuff It, through the Virgo's Groove. really only appreciate America has a problem because of all of the memes and TikTok videos that came out of it. And I just he did fine too, but I don't love it as much as everybody else. Like Eli, thank you. You can't just do cuff. It has to be cuff it into energy into break my soul. Like you can't. They have to be played in a row. It's just not even possible to play one and not the other two. Child, let me watch an episode of Star Trek Discovery because the way that AJ is not about to come and drag me, okay? Am I going to do anything special when I hit 100K? I don't know. Maybe we should do a OnlyFans feet page when we hit 100K. Cozy, no. Because I be feeling like a fraud when I listen to Cozy because I'm not comfortable in my skin. So I'll be like, girl, you a liar. You're a fraud. You can't listen to that. I don't really like, okay, y'all, come on now. Moo, 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 moo. So, we're not going to be honest about move. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Y'all don't want to be honest about move. It's okay. It's fine. Fine. See, we're not going to be honest here. You got to get to the first to get to the second. Okay, I'm going to listen to move when I get in the car to my massage. I'm going to listen to move all the way through and I'll let you know if it changed for me. I love me some Grace Jones. It's just the song don't be doing it for me, but I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to do that, okay? I listen to Thick because of when the beat drops. Baby, do not want to get dragged by the beehive, okay? Okay, I'm gonna listen to Move. It better be good, okay? Or I'm gonna come for y'all. Oh my goodness, it's 2:40. I gotta go watch Handmaid's Tale. Ugh. I'm always gonna be late. It's 2:40. Freak. I'm only gonna be able to do one episode of Handmaid's Tale today. I have to do the rest tomorrow. So you'll get Handmaid's Tale and you'll get an episode of Atlanta and House of Dragon. And on Monday it'll be the second episode of Atlanta, Do Revenge, and Silent Twins. And then we're gonna have to figure it out, okay? Cruel Summer's coming. Oh, y'all! I forgot to tell y'all. I interviewed the girl from Cruel Summer, Kiara. Okay, so it wasn't just me that felt like they just randomly dropped Atlanta in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that was the main girl, Jeanette, who I was going hard for. I think they're filming Cruel Summer right now. I gotta check and see. It's for the Luckiest Girl Alive movie, so we gotta figure it out. They did get a season 2 for Cruel Summer, but it's not with the same cast. I definitely got to talk about the first episode of Atlanta because that was so true. Y'all, I worked at Atlantic Station. That was my first job in Atlanta. I worked at the AT&T store in Atlantic Station. That was my first job in Atlanta. So that was hilarious. And everybody that worked there literally was trying to be a rapper, a club promoter, all type of crazy stuff. Like, nobody working at that store at AT&T to actually move up and do something else. So I'm just saying. So I'll do that. But yeah. I just like that they actually in Atlanta, but I only watched the first episode. I gotta watch the second episode. But let me watch this first episode of Handmaid's Tale so I can get through it and record it, and maybe I doubt I can get through another. I gotta massage at 5. I can do one episode though. So okay. I love y'all. Bye. Y'all have a great Saturday. I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Wash your hands, wash your ass, be nice to somebody, okay?